Hey everyone! Hey there! How's it going? We'll see if YouTube fully broke this concurrent counter. And if they did, we'll just go ahead and keep talking about that, and we'll spend all day discussing the fact that YouTube breaks things and nothing really works on this platform. We'll just, instead of playing video games, we'll make stream after stream and we'll discuss that stuff. If that continues to be broken. If not, then we'll just play a game. But, you know, if we continue to see this, we're just gonna have to spend most of the day talking about it. And talking about how it's broken. And how they just continue to break things and all that. Cause the problem for trending the moment you talk about it. So at the start of the stream, we see instantly 2 concurrents. As soon as I talk about something being broken. And this is the 2 that we see that cause channel restrictions all the time. All the time we see this. When we see this 2 concurrent thing, we then proceed to see this channel restriction where we really don't see anything above 2 concurrents, 3 or 4, if we're lucky. And, you know, it's just really just 2, between 2 and 1 and 0 for the rest of the stream. Pretty much usually when we see that. So, this whole instantly 2 concurrents right at the start of the stream is not a bout of confidence. And I'm already seeing that they are not counting these concurrents. These 2 are being counted as 1 on the graph. The average view duration is not being counted whatsoever. There's no number whatsoever. And these 2 concurrents are, in fact, in the stream, as you can see. And they're just not counting it. And in fact, they're counting it as 1. Counting it as 1 concurrent. And so, you know, maybe we just need to spend all day talking about how YouTube breaks things and can't promote a stream. We are in a vertical swipe feed, and they again haven't fixed the red ring icon around my icon that says that we're live. They have not fixed this. This is broken for me. I should be able to see that too, to confirm that it does work, that it is there, and they've broken it. And so if it doesn't work for me, I can't confirm it's working for anybody. And so when I'm live and I clearly see, you know, that I am live, and as you can see, my icon is not have a red ring around it. Neither does my channel. Yet if you would go there for you, it should look like that. And others who are live, that's exactly how theirs looks. Exactly how everybody looks. Oh, I can show you a certain person right now that's live if you'd like, and show you that his works just fine every single time he's live. Yeah, everything always works great for him. I can show you that. Yeah. Yeah, I can absolutely show you that. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's going to be 2 concurrents in here, and they're not going to trend the stream. You guys see it. You see it. It's capped. Okay. I guess we're spending all day talking about this, YouTube. Because you're not even going to trend the stream? You are full of shit. You know flat out that because of this previous stream, you took the views down to fucking 0. 0 at the end of the stream. Yet we were sitting in here watching all these views. No. Nope. You know exactly what you're doing with this fucking fake trending bullshit where you're lying. and you're just not trending the stream, you intentionally program. What you do now is, for these people that start the stream a second time, you've now programmed the algorithm to cancel that title. You have now created a toxicity for that title. You programmed it into the system to work negatively, and now YouTube will do this to this stream and any stream that we proceed to try to do after this with the same title. And just because, again, YouTube ruined the previous stream by having a feature that was broken. And thus we have to spend all day talking about this shit and talking about broken ass fucking piece of shit YouTube instead of what we should be talking about. So, for example, when I'm in the swipe feed, and I'm swiping through, I'll find all these fucking scammers on here just gambling, doing the most weird, disgusting things, and these people have thousands of views. Meanwhile, you know, YouTube wouldn't trend this stream. They're just gonna cap the concurrence. So we're just gonna spend all day talking about this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Really just acting beyond.
The fuck is this stupid shit? 89 fucking people watching whatever the fuck this is. $2,700 people watching a bunch of dudes sit in a circle with their shirts off. 2,700 people. Imagine that. Yep, 2,700. Oh, that's what's trending. All I'm doing is swiping from my stream, guys. That's all I'm doing. That's where all the viewers are. Yeah, all these other streams have even like people with black screens have like 14 viewers. People with fucking black screens have like 14 viewers. They're just sitting there with a black screen. And YouTube is actually trying to convince you that we only have 3 people in here. Oh, and by the way, it's just 3 views is what this stream is up to. Just 3. They're full of fucking shit. So again, there's no explanation as to why somebody's channel is still on this platform with my address typed into the title of the streams. All of the streams are stolen from my channel to talk about me in comments. My full name, my real name, my address docs right into the fucking title of the fucking goddamn stream. And this fucking piece of shit has all these pictures of my family members all over top of the streams. Typing their relationships to me over the stream. And this is how fucking disgusting and weird YouTube is. That, you know, they haven't done anything about this. Yeah, even though this same person created fake Facebook accounts impersonating family members, trying to stalk more and promote this channel that, you know, data mines all of these people and exposes them to scammers on this platform. And yet this platform violates 4 to 5 federal laws daily, not removing this person that's doxing my address all over this platform. And, meanwhile, I was doxxed with 1,200 people watching in NBC's live stream when I was reacting to a live stream. I was doxxed to 1,200 people, my street address, my full name, and it disrupted the chat so much. There's so many times that this person typed this that nobody in the chat could see anything except my name and my address, and everybody immediately just found out my name and address in real time on this platform, on NBC's live stream. And YouTube hasn't removed this person. Daily, this person is still on this platform. Still has a channel. Yeah, still. Yeah. YouTube is being federally investigated for fraud and all kinds of things. And you really think that this is real? That my views are real? This is the point. It's full blue viewer suppression. Again, everything on my channel is fucking broken. Everything. I don't have that little red ring to indicate that I'm live. Nothing ever works. You know, my clip function always breaks. You guys know half the shit breaks. I point out that the concurrent viewer counter is completely fucking broken. Yeah, and then I have to show you. I have to make a post. We'll see if they even promoted it yet. No, there's no other likes on it, so it's clear that YouTube is intentionally not promoting my posts too. I made a post showing you that when I finished that stream from previous stream to this one, that concurrent counter didn't go down to 0 the very second the stream ended. It kept the same concurrence locked in it that it had when it finished, meaning that it leaves the data open after the stream's over, instead of ending the data stream, which is incredibly unsafe, which explains all the views being removed. It explains why after the fact you watch the stream and you see the fucking likes go up and down, you see the views go up and down, you see them get subtracted. It's everything. It explains everything. Yet they fucking do it. Day in and day out, they're so goddamn fucking stupid that they do it. No, it's not stupidity, it's on purpose. YouTube does this on purpose. Just like all the times they ended the data stream from their side of things and it kept streaming to my stream software. Why would it do that? Except if they did it. Because they were unhappy with what I was saying. Yep. You can say whatever the fuck you want. They have to have policies and rules for it. And they know they're not going to sit here and back up any policies that as a company make them look a certain way. So they're just not going to have rules for it and silently suppress what you say and lie. Which is what they've been doing. 2 concurrents, 2. Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see them, they've been fucking lying about that. That is a constant. There it is. That concurrent counter should not be locked at 3 at the end of the stream. It shouldn't say 3. It should say 0. It should go down to 0. Yeah, so YouTube is leaving your data open at the end of the stream. That's what they're doing. Yes. You know, like all the stuff that's tied to your data, you do realize that, like, all that stuff runs, like, scripts and shit like that. That's the point. So it's a data stream. So you end it, yes, you're fine. But that's the point. YouTube leaves it open after the fact. That's why sometimes we have trouble ending the stream. You know, these glitches where I end the stream and I come back and I say I ended the stream, yet it didn't. That's why these glitches have mistakenly happened so much, because they've intentionally left it open and this suspended the stream mistakenly. YouTube showed how guilty they were so many times, and nobody saw it. How do you not see that? $1.4 thousand people still watching a few guys sit around without shirts on. Should we go over the emails for the months that I've been doxxed and harassed? Should we go over the emails where YouTube's ignoring it? Should we? I'm sure that the lawyers out there defending certain people at the moment that are being doxxed and part of this would probably be interested to know that YouTube's and Google's have been fully aware of all of this the whole time. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure they would be happy to be aware of that. I find that very interesting. Yeah, because the point is, I don't expect to be above 0 or 1 or anything like that all the fucking time. But to actually sit here and lie and cap it at 2, where you very clearly have it capped, the streams where there would be a lot of people in here, and I know that, and we see that suppression where I put effort into something and then you lie about it, and then you throw the views at one of the other streamers that networked with me that steals my idea regularly, that comes in here to steal my ideas. Yes, this is what you do. To throw it at the people that you want to momentarily support. Meanwhile, you're suppressing the other people and just picking and choosing based on your own fucking agendas, your own hidden agendas. Who you know, allow into your little pyramid scheme. So yeah, should we go ahead and go through those emails? Should we do that? Where they haven't done anything and they just endlessly tell me they're submitting it to legal, and legal has not sent any type of email. Yeah, should we go through all that? Because I have huge lists of emails going back months. I mean, like, this is an incredibly long email thread. And look at this thing. Like, I realize you probably can't see it, and I'm not trying to show you anybody's email, but this is like a 14 email thread here talking about this shit. Talking about police impersonations in my chat, and how, you know, this person's doxing me and stuff like that, and how serious it is. I mean, like, that was back in March. I go back in February, I have another 6 email thread talking about the same thing. I mean, like, literally, like, I have all these, there's another email thread here. This 17 email thread. I have a 17 email thread of a YouTube employee answering, ignoring, answering, ignoring, answering. And then eventually just submitting it to legal. And then never answering an email ever again. Not closing it, but just not answering an email anymore. They never closed the email thread. The last email was just me sending an email back 2 months ago. Never to be replied to. Why does my live indicator almost never show up? This is all the time. The red circle or the icon on the side that indicates to my subscribers that I'm live almost never works. Sounds like your system isn't detecting I'm live, and this is absolutely a notable effect of my concurrence when it's not like it is there for everybody, you know, for everybody else's streams too. I sent this email back in March. No reply. Nothing. That's it. That's the end of the just literally asking the question. Why does my live indicator almost never show up? This is all the time. Like, literally just asking a question. Just nothing. And this was like a follow-up too. This douche gave me like some like thing where he's like, they're submitting this to legal team and stuff like that, and then he just says nothing else. And then he says at the last part of the email, he says, should you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. And then I followed up with, why does my live indicator almost never show up? This is all the time. The red circle icon on the side that indicates to my subscribers I'm almost never live works. Sounds like your system isn't detecting I'm live. This absolutely has a notable effect on my concurrence when it's not there like it is for everyone else that streams. This is my follow-up, and fucking and fucking 2 months ago, this asshole didn't answer. No! You don't want further questions? You don't fucking give a shit? You don't fucking... You do this. The reason it's not working is because they do it. And then you see 2 concurrents. 2. Capped. 2. You just literally fucking see it. You see the lies. It's lying. Yeah, it's just lying. It's all it is. I mean, you flat out know that this is what you guys have started to see. Exactly as I've said. And you guys know flat out we pull 5, 6, 7, all these concurrents at the start of the stream. Yet, conveniently, as we start getting into it and we start talking about stuff and stuff, nope. suppressed the views, capped it too. And then we see that third try to trickle in, that fourth, and then it just like jolts back down. Just like with that, the 2, and then it jolts down to 1, and the 1's very constant. This is YouTube. This is all very legal, and YouTube. This is so bad. This looks so bad. Especially when I change format, I make things look nice, I put effort into something, and then YouTube does this. This is your proof. This is all you need. Yeah, I put effort into something, I do something, I make it look a certain way, and this is what YouTube does with it, so that way future trending with this format ends up being negative and toxic to the algorithm. The algorithm recognizes it as that and downtrends it. So hence why if you change something, it allows you that wiggle room to move forward. But once they realize that you're doing it too much, they just put an axe on your channel. Where they're just like, oh, well, you don't like what he says and we don't agree that you know, even though we know we're doing these things, we don't like him talking about our scams, so. And then you actually are trying to convince people that there's 8 views. 8 views on this stream, 27 minutes in. 8. Guys, when do you see a vertical stream get 8 views? Ever? Are we really trying to pretend like this would have 8 views? When do we... It's a vertical stream. There'd be all these fucking people cycling in and out. Yet we're sitting here pretending... Yeah, and it looks nice. We're sitting here pretending like 8 views, a half an hour... fucking half hour in. No, they're lying. They're suppressing the views. They don't... They literally want this at the bottom, very bottom of that swipe feed. And they constantly create scams so that it's always at the bottom. That's it. And it's a scam. Scam, scam, scamity, scam, scam, scam. Scam, scam, bacon, and scam. Scam tube. Liars. Liars. Scam artists that agree with Donnie Dickhead. And they agree with lying to and manipulating the general public for the sake of making rich people richer. Yep. Yep. Because that's what they're doing. It's exactly what they're doing. Y'all know it. The rich people on this platform are getting richer. The people on this platform that are trying to start, oh, no, 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 no. They're going to spend way too much money and go into a hole. Because it's a scam. Because that's what they've done to the platform. Because that's exactly what Republicans have done to this country. So it's the same thing. Yeah, this is what big companies are doing. It's the same thing. YouTube's doing it too. Yep. Walmart's doing it. YouTube's doing it. I don't think Amazon's actually doing that. I actually don't think they are. But a lot of big companies are. And it's Donnie Dickhead. It's these companies that think in a scammy sort of malicious way. They've been brainwashed into thinking that it's just regular to lie to people and scam them and make shit up. And that's just how they do things. Fucking liars. 8 views, but the average view duration is 5 minutes. You're actually gonna try to tell me... So again, and we've had the same one concurrent the whole time, the same scammer that's doing all this. So, you're gonna actually sit here and try to convince me that there's only 8 views on this entire stream in a vertical swipe feed when we've physically seen separately all these times 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. And again, average view duration 5 minutes. You really want me to believe it's at 8? That number. That small of a number. No, 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 no. Unbelievable. So the point is just to get better at scamming and better at lying and better at manipulating the numbers. It's just capped. Capped, capped, capped. When it looks like I'm sending information to somebody and collecting data and stuff like that, do you see the concurrence go up? So I want to reiterate to you guys that it's very clear that the one person that's sitting in here is momentarily sitting here communicating with a bunch of other people, and often hiding his concurrent when he's in here. That's all we're talking about. We're talking about one person constantly sitting in here, and then maybe bringing one other person in with them too, so the two. And they're sitting here actively hiding those concurrents and able to communicate as I do things. And then they're like, oh, he's doing something. Wait, look, he's looking down at something. And so like the other one comes in and we see it. And this is what's been happening for I don't even know how long. And it's the most childish, ridiculous fucking thing I've ever seen. It has to be the most childish, most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And then thus you know exactly who it is. Who, out of everybody that we've networked with, all this has been going on, all of it. Who are the most childish or envious or egotistical, like who causes like a big, you know, like with me, you guys know I typically just the next day I'm just like, oh, whatever, you know, give a shit, you know, I guess till I'm harassed again, right? Yeah, so, you know, obviously harassment's a little different, but you know, like, you know, with normal stuff I don't give it, I'm over it the next day. Who holds on to stuff? Who sits here and goes after people silently? Who's done that? Who's made it a habit of going after people? Who's done that? And who is sitting here and actively like trying really hard to just I don't know, I guess be right about something? I don't get it. But you know, like the whole point is that this person whose person's existence always felt threatened by somebody's intelligence. Like when somebody knew something and wanted to communicate it, who acted like a jackass, who acted out, who you know what I mean, like who acted out, who freaked out and stuff like that, who would constantly say stuff in chat. Okay, and then you rationalize there was one other like this too. So the point is that, like, people don't want to work with people like that, and these people are sitting here endlessly trying to re-divert what they do to other people to me. They're trying to, like, make it like, oh, it's him, it's all him, you know, he's just, you know, this is what they're doing. When all these assholes have to do is stop watching and stop trying to steal ideas. Because the point is, they want to hide the fact that I do get concurrence, that these ideas are stolen from me, that I do have endlessly good ideas, I am good at organizing these stuffs, I'm good at edits, I'm good at modifying things, I'm good at making whatever from nothing. And they know this. So they sit here and they fucking siphon me for data and stuff like that, all while being toxic about it. Instead of throwing me support, saying, yeah, I got the idea from yada yada yada, he's a good streamer, blah blah blah. No, they don't do that. And then when they used to, when certain somebody used to, what he would do is he would come in the chat and expect to be able to talk about his channel and stuff like that. So, you know, I really don't care. I really don't care. But it's what this person would do. It's how this person would sort of take, you know, like, everybody with him, and, you know, show up to do that and constantly create some sort of toxicity. And basically it was obvious to me what he was doing was I was finding out that there's a couple times where I went over to the stream to see, alright, well, what is everybody talking about over there? And sure enough, it wasn't games, it wasn't any of that. It was this weird psychological thing where conveniently he was talking about how, you know, it's wrong to do this or something like that, and that was conveniently the thing that he was having some sort of problem with me at the time with. And it was like, are you kidding me? Like, so it was bad enough that, like, he's claiming that he's over this and he's moving on from it, but then he comes and steals my entire fucking live stream audience to bring it over to his channel to sit there and psychologically play fucking little psychological war games with me and try to brainwash them. It's like so fucking childish, and he's been doing it for how long? I actually feel bad for any person he is in contact with in real life. Like, this guy's a genuine problem. And so, like, the issue is that I recognize that while this is the first time I experienced somebody that scammy in real life, that's that fucking scammy toward me in real life, I recognize that there's no way he's the only one. There's no way he's the only one. There's a lot of people that are like this now, that are this. They don't know how things work, and in order to figure out how they work, they can't be seen as dumb because their pride. So they have to manipulate someone smarter into giving them the information and then look stronger than them in the end. Look like it was them that figured it out. Look like it was them. Like, it's everything. It's so sad. So, again, I don't know how many times we have to tell you that it's as basic as these things being broken for me. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, I really should have a red ring icon there. It really should say it there. It used to say it there. And they've removed it. It used to say it there. And then even if it doesn't say it there, it should say it here. And why is it always a different number on my phone than it is on there? Why is it always different if they're not lying about it and they're not capping it? Why is the graph different? Why is ChatGPT confirming with me that this kills the algorithm when the graph doesn't match what the actual concurrent number is? Why is the all-knowing AI that compiles all this information, why is it agreeing with me? You really didn't think I was gonna sit here and spend all fucking day? Like, this is the point. You need to realize I will fucking do this. You need to realize that. You need to realize I will go down this road. You will not win. There is no winning. Okay, this is just as good versus evil. That's all this is. There is an evil here, and I want to exterminate it. That's all this is. Yeah. That's the big secret that this person doesn't want you to know, is flat out, there is an evil here, and it's them. And I am here to exterminate that evil. And they've recognized this. Yep, they've recognized this. I know I told you guys a story about how I made myself a target a little bit back when I used to be in school and stuff, like high school and stuff, but I didn't tell you why. I didn't tell you like specifics. Part of the way that went down was not necessarily the way you would think it would right away. You know, you picture a guy like walking in and being a hero. It wasn't all like that. And I certainly don't want to paint that picture either, because that's not how it was. It was more like I'd see a friend, somebody I'd think of as a friend, somebody I cared about, somebody just treat them badly. And I know that friend's going through something. And so like I would use my intelligence to try to just get the attention driven to me. I would do something stupid. I would make a sound. I would be weird, awkward. I'm very good at doing that, as you know. And this would often get me picked on instead. Immediately. And so I started recognizing a pattern. It actually was an accident at first. It was more like, you know, I really at one time was awkward enough that you know, like it was just like I tried to defend somebody and it was ridiculous. And so yeah, the attention did get shifted to me. But then I started realizing that was out of necessity. I started realizing I could take it. And that was the important thing. Started realizing I didn't care like other people did. Like, it doesn't mean it doesn't affect me. It just means I don't care like other people do. I don't hold on to it. I won't, like, secretly be hateful toward that person and plot something like other people would. This is the point. There's evil and there is good. And what you have to realize is just because maybe even that friend would be your friend doesn't mean that he wouldn't want to do something to somebody that's harming him or harassing him because he feels he should. He feels that he has to. So, yeah, I saw a need, and it was really just a couple people. But if I wasn't there, you know, at the time and place to do those things and be that target, I think those people probably would have had a much more difficult time with what they were going through, and wouldn't have been able to deal with it as well, and would have had a lot more on their plate, a lot more problems. And I just really didn't give a shit. I really didn't. I really just didn't give a shit. Just doesn't. And, it's all about perception. It's all about perception. So with that being said, yeah, you know, it's the sort of thing where I see this issue again repeating itself, where adults are doing this now, instead of just people in high school. They never got over it. They actually have a problem, and so it's like, okay, I guess I have to do it again. I guess, but this time it's different. This time, adults are adults. They know more. They get more personal, and yeah, they overstep. They don't understand. You know, it's amazing how many adults will sit here and say they don't know something's illegal while claiming something's illegal. You know how many times I heard them, like, people from the other side, like Trump people, try to say that, like, Obama said something illegal? I swear to God, people tried to do this to me before, where they were like, you know, oh man, Obama, he just says illegal shit. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what are you talking about? Says illegal shit? What? Like, they were really trying to... So, and meanwhile, people, adults, regular adults, do things that actually are illegal and don't understand it. Like harassment and stalking and stuff. So anyway, the point is, I just see a regular issue with behavioral problems with adults, where that schoolyard, that basic schoolyard need to one-up somebody has never been released. A lot of people have this issue, and you know, I've maintained friendships with people like this. It doesn't bother me unless, again, it starts getting to the point where it feels like harassment. Where, okay, now you're infringing upon things that I need. You know, like a regular daily routine, and infringing upon livelihood. And that's different. That's harassment. Like, it'd be one thing if it was just little friendly competition, we're fucking playing golf or something, and you want to give me a hard time about my golf swing or some shit. Okay, I'll give it right back to you. That shit's funny to me. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's good stuff, man. It's when it's a bit more than that. You know, we all know what I'm talking about. So anyway. Anyway, this is the purpose. This is the point. This is everything. This is why. You know, I actually like bright colors, but I even wore this today on purpose for you guys, so you can see. This is what I wore in high school. I wore this shit. No lie, I was the kid that I shopped at Hot Topic. This is an old school Hot Topic shirt. I wore band shirts. I wore Jenko jeans. I had torn jeans. I spiked my hair up when it wasn't down to here. I spiked my hair up. Yeah. I was that kid. Yeah. And so the point is, I didn't really know. All I knew was that I didn't want people to know anything about me. That was the image. You understand that? It's a facade. You don't want people to know anything about you. So you just wear all black. I mean, yeah, you like bands, so maybe you'll wear some band shirts, but that's about it. You're fine with people knowing that. And so that was really what a lot of it was emo and emotional and stuff like that. People would attach this to it, because I guess it was true, but really the main thing was that those are the people that were picked on because they were reserved. They just didn't want to tell people anything about themselves. They weren't conforming. I love South Park's. I love how South Park had the emo kids as like, sort of funny and respectable in a slight, you know, sort of slight manner. I thought that was great. the hair flick and everything. We're not conforming to your conformist ways of society or some shit like that. No, that shit was funny, but again, the point is that I do the pink and blue now, the bright colors now, and stuff like that to show you that I'm okay with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm the guy that wore that stuff in high school and always was like that. But now, the whole point is that I'm an adult, and I don't care about these things anymore where I'm trying to look a certain way and trying to be all badass and shit. Yeah, that mattered to me at one time. I don't care anymore. And so that's the point is you want to actually be badass. Tough guys wear pink, man. Yeah, real men wear pink. Real men cry. That's the point. That was always the point. To have you guys bear witness to some life experiences and see me go through that stuff. Be emotional a little bit. Who the fuck cares? It's called normal. Just like whatever the fuck that was. I genuinely have no idea what that was just now. No idea. That's fantastic, right? It sounded pretty loud too. Yeah, so the point is, you can like colors like this. What's wrong with that? There's nothing gay or feminine about it. The point is that women and gay people are typically aware of their emotions and don't have these holdups either. So this is why this is a sort of thing that's typically exhibited with those folks. That's it. It's not a oh yeah, those people are, no. It's literally just they're smarter in that aspect and have understood those things about those colors. Yes, the way the light reflects off of that is super homosexual, man. Man, let me tell you what, it is really homosexual how the light reflects off of all those lava lamps back there. Whoo! Don't be hitting on that other lamp. Yeah, this is the point, guys. And this is what we see on this platform. We see a suppression, we see hold-ups, we see people just treating each other like crap. Everyone's based. Everything's woke. Just because it has a female character doesn't mean it's fucking woke. You can play Assassin's Creed with a female character in Japan and have it not be woke. There's nothing wrong with that fucking game. Shut up and go play it, and then you can talk about it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up because you can't have anything to say. There's the adult aspect. Imagine that. An adult's point of view, which is the point of view I've had the whole time, which is what YouTube is trying to suppress. And every fucking other streamer that has a based fucking agenda where they're like, yes, I want to use this fucking woke agenda and milk it for everything it's worth. No, shut up. Is everything I've seen, that new Assassin's Creed game is fucking gold. Everything I've seen, there's nothing wrong with it except, oh, fuck, there's a female character. Jesus, it's woke. Grow up, dude. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Pink and blue. Start accepting. They're just fucking colors, man. They're kind of badass. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I actually think they're kind of badass. I think pink and blue are actually pretty badass. And you have balls. You have some fucking balls. If you show up with pink and blue as a guy on this platform, you got some balls. This is the point. They're just fucking colors. Grow up. Yeah, all the jackasses that sat here and made fun of people for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Grow up. You know, you almost cause someone to, like, I'm not gonna go that route, but you know what I'm saying. Like what is wrong with you? Grow up. Have something better to do with your fucking life. Pink and blue, man. That was always that was why I eventually went. If you guys remember the icon I was using for a bit, that was why I went to that. You know, for as long as YouTube does not allow, for as long as YouTube's not going to remove this person doxing me, I can't go back to that stuff. I just can't. You know, that all those images that I made, all those icons I made with my last name, like, I would have been fine still using it. But for as long as this stalker is doxing my full name, my address and shit all over the platform, I just can't, man. I just can't. You have to do what you can. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So that was the whole point. Is purple, you know, and that's why, like, that one icon was like purple, like, oh, pink and blue, man. Yeah, purple. Yeah. So like that's the point. Like, it's just a color. Who the fuck cares? You know, I'll be honest with you. I think some exotic cars look really good in a hot pink. What's wrong with it? It's that you have this hang-up. It's that you've always felt this way, that, like, you can't like pink. You just can't. There's nothing wrong with it. You can like it. It's okay. Yep. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You can like pink. It's pretty freaking sweet. Yeah. Nice bright color. Lots of flowers are pink. Yep. Lots of them. Pink, the singer, is phenomenal. She is of course, a female, but there's nothing, that doesn't mean anything. Literally doesn't. She's also badass. Yeah, she's one badass lady. And she chose pink as a name. I think that's awesome. And that's the point. Like, actually, I think most people realize that too. That she's kind of a badass. Like, as far as, like, ladies go, for sure. And so to go that route, yeah, that's awesome. Appreciate that. As anybody else does, that anybody that pushes the same agenda has the same notion where it's just a fucking color. Thank you. Yeah, this is why I wear cat ears. You know, some of you guys think I wear these things for fucking weird shit. I don't really give a shit what people think. This is the point. I wear cat ears so people know not to take me so fucking seriously. Like, the whole point is you see somebody with fucking cat ears, it's a joke, it's funny. And yet the trolls, I'm sure, will use that. Who the fuck cares? You wouldn't wear fucking cat ears on your fucking head. Wear fucking cat ears on your fucking head. Like, okay. Yep. This is what adults sit around and discuss. Oh man, did you see the cat ears? Oh man. Yep. I got a pink and blue outline too. Fuck. Yeah. It's so absurd how immature everybody is. Like, you just sit and you think about actively what all the immature adults are probably thinking as they come in here and they see me sitting here. Probably some of them say that like comments about age. You know, I'm sure there's comments about age. You know. Oh, he's got a Dragon Ball Z wall scroll. Oh man! Oh man! Yep, guys that are almost 40 shouldn't have a Dragon Ball Z wall scroll. Holy fucking shit! Yep, this is some earth-shattering stuff. This is the point, guys. This is everything. This is what they're all doing. This is what they're all talking about. Oh man, that guy, he plays Pokemon games. He's got Pokemon in the background. He's got like soft stuffed animals. He's got Snorlax on his bed. Oh man! Who the hell cares? Yeah. So this is like an image thing, right? Like this is like, oh, young people have that stuff and all that. Yeah, so I made the point that sometimes these things aren't necessarily things that I buy. Sometimes these things are things that people buy for me. And they're just like, here you go, I know you like Pokemon. Like, yeah, I do. Yeah, thank you. And a lot of the time I appreciate it. Now, obviously, having certain things over the years for X amount of time, yeah, sure, they're gonna have sentimental value depending on who gave them to me and stuff, and I'm gonna keep them and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, truthfully, like, if you sit here and you do that to another adult, you got some sort of like serious problem, man. Where like you're like envious of like the Dragon Ball Z scroll, or you're envious of like the Pokemon or something like that. You wish that like your wife or whoever in your life suppresses you and what you want to do with your life. You wish they would stop doing that, and instead of addressing that, you have a problem with me. This is your problem. Just saying. Instead of addressing this like with your wife or whoever is causing these issues, suppressing what you want to do with yourself and what is important to you, you take this up with me and you have some sort of problem because you watch my stream and I have a Dragon Ball Z wall scroll and you're trying to convince to yourself that you don't like it, but in reality, man, you love that thing. You want it. I got that at my first anime convention a long time ago. A long time. It was my first anime convention I went to a very long time ago. Tanjoku-kan. I don't know if it's still going, but that's where I got that. I got that and another one that I don't have hanging up right now that has a bunch of different Super Saiyan forms on it and stuff. I like that one because it has Goku from the center doing the Spirit Bomb pose. And then I think Lord Slug is on that one. Yeah. So. So yeah, like I like the anime. I like anime. I like the story. It's interesting, the characters. Naruto as well. Yeah, like as an adult, like I like anime. Yes, I think it's interesting. Yes. I think the characters are very interesting. The story is very interesting. I know many adults that agree. These are you have to realize they're not really kids' cartoons. They're really not. Because most of the kids that they are originally supposed to appeal to often have better education than you. Oh yeah, they got way better education over there. And if you don't think they do, oh boy. You're we gotta start correcting some of these facts for you. Start just culturing all of you. But this is the point. This is what YouTube suppresses. You know, I try to just tell you facts how it is. And YouTube wants to suppress that information and hide it. And then you see it. See it. So, YouTube is trying to convince everybody. Like, do you want to see this? Do you want to see it? I'll show it to you. After all this trending, look at this graph. Look at this graph. Look at this graph. Do you see all of this? And they're trying to say it's only 27 views. Are you kidding? And only three average view duration, 3 minutes and 40 seconds? They're lying. These 4 concurrents have been in here for like a solid fucking 20 minutes. These 4 concurrents have been in here for like a solid 20 fucking minutes. So, man, it's just a lie. And then you can see this whole graph, like how full it is. I mean, come on. There's no way. Nah, it's a lie, man. 28! That's it! I wanted to play a game. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play a game with y'all. I didn't want to sit here and try to fucking educate an entire existence of people. Don't look at education as an insult. Being educated. Don't look at it like that. Again, don't look at it like that. People are smarter than other people all the fucking time. All the time. You can't look at it. You can't look at it like somebody's better than you. It's not how it is. It's not even close to how it is. I'm not better than you because I'm smarter than you. It's not the case. Don't look at it like that. This is everybody. Everybody looks at it like that. It's just not the case. I am not better than you because I'm smarter than you. It's just not the case. It's not true. I will figure things out faster. Yes. And I won't be led astray and manipulated by propaganda. Yes. But then you do yourself a disservice by not believing the smart person. So then you're brainwashed by the other smart person that wants to manipulate you. So they just recognize that you're not smart. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're any less of a person. It just means that you weren't smart. It's not... I really appreciate the folks that admit that they're not smart with stuff, and that takes a lot of courage, a lot of balls. It really does. Because apparently people can't do that. I admit that when I was younger, I definitely did not want to admit to being dumb about things, but I didn't care at a certain point. Once I got to a certain age, I guess I just wanted to know the answer more than caring about whether somebody else was right about it. People need better friends. I feel like this is all people's friends that would, like, never let them forget or give them a, like, really hard time. It's back to the pink and blue thing. You know, if you can't be comfortable with a color, you know, then you can't be comfortable with being told that you're wrong about something, I guess, or that somebody's smarter than you are. Intelligent people have a habit of, yeah, like, that's the point. They learn a lot, they learn fast. So, yeah, like, it is tough for yourself to figure out a way to you know, sort of, where do I fall then if I'm not so smart or something like that? Are you kidding me? I'm very different than the normal smart person. Don't gauge this with me. Smart people typically are usually very bad at, like Elon Musk. I truthfully think that Elon Musk, you know, the Nazi salute, I really think that was like just a really awkward, my heart goes out to you sort of thing. But then he just did it over and over and over. And yeah, like, honestly, I really do think that's what it was. But I get it. I get it because of the agenda, because of the way his voters are for Trump, the way all this is. Oh no, trust me, I am very hard pressed not to look at that the same way too. Very hard pressed, but again, that's where you have to recognize that is a perfect example of a really smart person showing you how awkward they are with social interactions. Usually really smart people, again, exclude certain ones. Bill Gates, myself, Jeff Bezos, like Mark Zuckerberg, he's gotten a lot less awkward too. Yeah, he has a wife now, I think, right? He's gotten a lot less awkward. He's sort of kind of getting the point. Usually for, like, they're just like a savant with, is that term okay to use? Am I okay to use that term? If I'm not, I'm sorry. But anyway, like, the idea is they are absolutely really smart with whatever they do, and their brain shuts everything else out. They just have generally a problem understanding how to interact with people and deal with people because they just don't understand why they need to be a certain way or something like that. They don't get that people have feelings towards certain little tiny things because that's not how they think. It's sort of a selfish narcissism, kind of. And that's why, like, sometimes, yeah, it's a little bit dangerous, like, with the hackers and stuff. You have to worry about, yeah. Like where do you draw the line and stuff like that. So, Elon Musk, really, really smart. He did do a lot of really notable things in his life, but at a certain point, doesn't mean that he's good with politics. It doesn't mean that he knows anything about that. And we sort of have seen that now. We've seen that now. Where you see this thing where people, even though they're really smart, they're just. I know. Truthfully, I don't think that he would. If he really truly believed that Trump was bad for the country or something, like, truthfully, hear me out. I really don't think. Now, I realize he's super rich, but with the space race the way it is, with this country the way it is, the way he wants to colonize Mars, I don't. That in no way aligns with us getting together with Russia or Putin or. So again, the stuff that Trump seems to cater towards and like doesn't necessarily align with what Elon does. So that's why it was very, very, very strange to somebody who's smart and pays attention to everything, why he would and why he wouldn't recognize, and be that smart person in the room at that moment and recognize. So that's where you have to recognize the other smart people, like all these other people that are like high intelligence, like Neil deGrasse Tyson and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he's anti-Trump, right? There are plenty of very high intelligent people that are sounding the alarms and saying sort of the same thing and are wondering why Musk doesn't also do the same, if that makes sense. And so that's it. You're not. I'm not a. And all these other people that are really highly intelligent. It's because when we were in school and stuff like that, we cared a little bit more about science, things that were logical and made sense, and now have kind of retained that and have a usefulness of it, versus kind of most other people that wouldn't have thought that way, would more retain the other stuff. They might retain what they learned in, I don't know, maybe they had a film class, or maybe they had a typing class, or maybe they had wood shop, or maybe they had even chemistry or something like that, like just different stuff, more hands-on stuff, versus academic stuff, or the other way around, who knows? I don't know. But like, that's the point, is there's a definitive difference where, like, that was more your focus, so therefore that just became more your regular skill in life, and then maybe those of us who cared about the academics of certain things, we exercised that part, paid attention to those things, and I did. I followed politics in high school and started paying attention then versus when I became an adult. Then started paying attention, and there's a big difference. You learn, you are more accepting towards the way things should be and facts and stuff when you're learning how stuff is and people can correct you versus suddenly paying attention as an adult. You want to be right. You want to not be wrong. You want to have not been wrong this whole time. Except Jar. Except Jar. And I see it the other way around too. I see the parents try to convince the kids too, and the kids are stubborn. Yeah, there's both ways. Just realize not everybody's gonna be, you know, intelligent, and don't look at that as a, you know, negative toward yourself. Just realize that it's academics versus hands-on stuff, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Academics as in like science, culture, foreign policies, government, law, stuff like that. Stuff that people know is hard academics, you know, like the bar exam and stuff like that. You know, Obama went to law school, so you know, like this is what we're talking about. You know, like stuff that we know is difficult. People have trouble kind of even reading law and interpreting it into what it actually means. I've actually been asked to translate things sometimes, so you know, just like a basic reading comprehension seems to be something of the past too, where that's a problem now too. That's huge. That's huge. If that's an issue, even countries like, well, you know, like in the Middle East and stuff have better education than, you know? It's insane. And the concurrent is broken again. Like, that thing takes so long to update, it's not even funny. And that's the way they want it. They want it to take forever so that they can endlessly cycle people in and out of the stream and lie about that concurrent number. That's what they want. They want that concurrent to take forever to update. That concurrent counter. It's not broken anymore, but it now takes at least 30 seconds to update. And so if somebody cycles in and out, you're just never going to see their concurrent. You'll just see a 1. So if it was at 3 for 30 seconds, you'll never see that. And then they leave, you'll never see that. It'll just say 1. So this is what they've been slowly doing as I've been talking. So a second concurrent came in the stream maybe 10 seconds ago, and it still hasn't counted. Finally. So about 15 seconds later. That should be completely linked to the exact concurrent counter that's in the control room. The only reason that there would be a delay with that is if YouTube is intentionally causing that delay. I have to probably do some documentation here. So, this is a streamer that I watch that I really like. See, as I'm on his channel, how it shows that he has a red ring around his icon and it's live. See that? You see that? No, he's not in the swipe feed, so it's not going to see that when I'm in the stream. But if you're in the swipe feed, it should. Because the idea is that you can tap that to get to the live stream. But if you're on the channel, it's a hyperlink on the channel. So if you tap it, yeah. So that's the point, is that if you tap that, this is a hyperlink. This is why. This is why. See? And it takes me right to the stream. That's why. And that's why it needs to be there for me too, on the swipe feed, because if someone comes across the stream, they can't. Yeah, I mean, like, that helps, and they just intentionally do that. Oh look, here's a stream with 642 people watching it, of a guy counting money in front of people. All he's doing is sitting here counting his money in front of people and showing off of his jewelry. This is what YouTube puts in their swipe feed. So instead of 642 people being in my fucking concurrence, 642 people are watching this fucking asshole count money and show off his bling. What a faggot. No, we don't call gay people faggots. We use that as an insult. That's okay. Yeah, like, it's an insult. Like, obviously you don't, you know, like, somebody, if they're gay, that's a cool thing. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. No, a faggot is an insult. This guy's a faggot. He's sitting here flashing his fucking money, showing off his fucking gold rings, his gold chain, his fucking gold watch, flashing money. Yeah, 642 people watching that stream. What a faggot. Kind of reminds me of, like, all the guys on Harleys that just drive around and just, like, rev them really loud and just be really super loud and drive through town really super loud. And they're not there to ride the bike. They're there to just be seen and be loud. They're faggots too. It's kind of like that. But yeah, like it just reminds me of that. It just. I love how they're all in front of the court too. They're like trying to explain it. Remember? They're like. they're like, well then why did you spray paint faggots not welcome or something like that all over? Well, because we don't want those loud bike driving in our town, you know. And they're like, oh, well, when you put that, we thought you were talking about, you know, like, homosexual or something. And they're like, oh, you mean like gay people? Oh, hey, that's not very nice. And yeah, like, exactly, like, that's the point. Like, nobody was using it in that context. And the whole point is that's the point. A word is just a fucking word. Just like the F word is literally just as powerful as you make it. You can sit here and use it in regular speech and give it no power whatsoever. Just regularly use it so it loses all its power. Or you could sit here and be like, don't say that! Don't say that! And then everybody wants to say it. And it's bad. And it gives it power. And people use it for hate and slander. So yeah, we use faggot to insult people that aren't gay, because that's not nice. We use that to insult people, just to insult them for being stupid. No, hear me out. Not being stupid in the sense that I was talking about earlier, being intentionally stupid. Now, see, we have to start using that. We have to use a different word. Since I'm using stupid as not an insult, maybe we'll use, idiot. There we go. I have to try to not use idiot now. See, fuck, but House uses idiot. Damn it. Alright. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I have to try to not use stupid as an insult any longer. But anyway. This guy. I'll try. I'll do my best. Who does this? I don't even listen to his stream. It's so weird. Like, that's like gang activity when you see that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you know, recruit people. That's like, it's weird. You know, flashing money, showing bling. It's weird. Oh, I gotta figure it out. I'm trying to think of a new... Because I want a term for somebody that is intentionally being dumb. You know what I mean? Like they're on purpose in denial. You know, like they can find this shit out anytime they want, and they just choose not. You know what I mean? Like it's so obvious. It's in their face. Like, I truthfully believe there's a good amount of Trump voters out there that are still being fooled by propaganda. But there are some people out there that fully know, and they're just using it. And I think Asmongold's one of those people. I think he's doing it, I think other people do it too, and I think he doesn't care. I think he doesn't see it as a huge danger. I'm just being honest on my opinion. It's just my opinion. I think it's true, though. And I think he would possibly admit to it. I think he actually might. If you asked him. I think you should ask him. Because I think he has trouble not telling the truth, too. Like, he wants to be truthful. And he does care to a degree, but he is based. Can't do it with government. Can't. Because the moment you're based with government, democracy disappears. The moment that you don't consider the fact that the guy, checks and balances have to exist for everybody. Joe Biden stepped down with this notion. You know, Obama left his second term with this notion, saying the same things. You have to have a replacement. There's always somebody after. Democracy must continue. You should never ever be concerned about your rights being taken away, or, you know, somebody trying to become a king onto your nose. The times we live in, folks. The times we live in. An hour and a half in, does this stream match the normal progression of views that we get on a vertical stream? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Viewer suppression at its finest. 37 views. 37 views. Riveting content. I have to do, if I do say so myself, I think it is. I really do. I don't toot my own horn. I would just find it interesting. Even if I was a viewer, I would find this very interesting and riveting content. I'm not being sarcastic by any means. I'm actually just saying I think it's genuine content. And 37 views. Like, I have confidence about myself, guys. Like, this is what people don't realize. Like, I know that I can make good content. I have genuine confidence about myself as a person. This is what people seem to underestimate. So, you know, we've seen vertical streams plenty of time. 37 views, an hour and a half in. Come on, who are you trying to fool? It's because you're sending hundreds of people to watch some guy flashing money in front of the camera instead. I have to do a few documenting things on my side of things here. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to stop this one. Hopefully, we wise up a little bit and adjust things. But I gotta get off here and document a little bit. So, hello and goodbye. I apologize, but I'll be getting off here to address a few things, document, and take care of a couple of things in between. But appreciate the hello, the hi in the chat. Anyway, thank you to everybody that was here supporting and listening, cycling in, regardless of whether they were kicking you out. I know they probably were. You were probably coming back in to try to hear the message, to try to... Thank you guys for being persistent. Thank you. Appreciate that. And again, don't forget. Don't forget. I live here too. This affects me too. I am not based. I would just tell you. I want to be middle of the road. I want both parties. I want all of us to happily exist. And I'm trying to smooth this over. I'm trying to show you things that everybody that scams in real life and takes advantage of regular people don't want you to realize. And it's just these people that never got over bullying. That's all it is. That's what you need to recognize. It's just all those people all along the way. So the auditors that are walking around, you know, recording in public, and then police show up to harass them. Why are you harassing somebody? If it's not a state, stop an ID state. Can't stop the guy from recording in public. Federally legal to record police activity. And most states it's legal to do this unless they have a perimeter set up. Then you got to be behind the perimeter and you can still record it. Media does it all the time. If you have a lot sectioned off or something like that, and there's a clear fence and it clearly says authorized personnel only, yeah, don't fucking hop a fence, don't go in there. But for the most part, it's not going to happen because transparency, because that's what we are about. You can do these things. You can't park there. They obviously don't want you to take your parking spaces and they'll have you fucking towed. But yeah, the point is you see what they're trying to accomplish. The point is all of us have started to collectively see it too, and we're being suppressed. Nobody's radical. We're not trying to shock the system. All we're trying to do is get it back to the way it was and make America actually great, like it used to be before Trump. When he was saying make it great again, it was great. When he first started saying that, it was. And then he messed it up. This is his whole scam. It's exactly how a scammer thinks. Let me create a scam and fix it for you. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope it helps. You're not stupid just because you believe propaganda. You just don't know political science. And, he defunded the Department of Education, too. So, follow the logic, guys. Follow the logic. He knows what he is doing. Okay? He does. He knows how to suppress. He knows Kim Jong-un, who suppresses even his people on like the most terrible level. They really do. You know, like if you visit even North Korea, they tell their people not even to look at you, because even looking at you, they would recognize just that you have a much different and more developed part of the world than they do. They're living in the 90s. And, you know, it's the sort of thing where even Kim Jong-un was shipped off, I think it was to Switzerland, right? He had an education in Switzerland. Kim Jong-un. He wasn't educated in North Korea. Yeah. Look it up. He went to high school or middle school or something like that. Now, he didn't finish. He was actually really smart and pretty much top of his class. That's the point. He was educated in Switzerland. Europe. Yeah. Where the smart people are. Not trying to be... It's not a rude... I truthfully don't mean that as rude. They're so smart. And they know what's going on. They've been through all this before. They are very educated, and they don't want to get it wrong again. You know, the Berlin Wall coming down was really a turning point for Europe. You have to realize that. It's a huge turning point for Europe. You might want to just like history class a little bit. You know, watch some National Geographic, watch some infographics. Infographics is a good channel too. They have a lot of hypotheticals though, so separate that from the information. But infographics is a great channel. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I'm really stopping off. I'm really popping off here now. Thank you.